Okay, guys, I see maximum people have joined, so let's get started. Can you confirm if my screen is visible? Can you guys hear me well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna learn the troubleshooting on virtual machines. I'll quickly show it to you. What troubleshootings can be done? What kind of issues do we face? Okay. So most common thing which you'll hear, it's password is not working or forgotten the password. You guys will also experience this. So can anyone tell me from where can I work on this password issue? Anyone has tried that on your virtual machines, or can you quickly have a look at your portal and tell me uh, from where can you reset the password, or what can be done if the password is forgotten by the user? Let's say a user or a client says, sorry, what was that?
Active Directory
No,
scope.
no, 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 no,
No.
no. Good, you raised it. I will clear a few points. Yes. Anyone else, guys? From where can I reset the password for a machine?
So, as far as I have seen, if you click on the virtual machine, the resource,
Mm-hmm.
the right hand side, you have an option that says forgot password, or I think so reset. I don't actually remember that option, but I have seen that.
Okay, let me show it to you then. First thing, guys, Active Directory, uh, it gives you access, or it creates your user for the portal. We had a detailed discussion on this yesterday. Will that work on your operating system, on your machine?
No.
Let's say that if this is the machine I'm talking about, this is the machine in picture, or the one which I'm creating new. I do not want to fidget with this machine. I'm doing some practical here. So I'm creating a new machine. So this machine, will I be able to log into this machine using any of these users which are there in my Azure Active Directory? Even if they are owner, let's say all of them are global admin and all of them are owner. Can I use one of these users, and log in to my machine? Is it possible?
No.
Because machine will have its own users,
Different.
user ID, password. Okay, your Azure Active Directory has nothing to do with it. You can sync, that is a different story. I mean, if you want them to have access, वो एक अलग चीज है. We haven't learned that as of now. Based on whatever we have learned here, your operating system will always have a different user ID and password. So now what if you forget the password? Then what needs to be done? So let's quickly check. If you go to this machine, let's say this is the machine I've created, a test machine. Okay, it's being created. Let it get created, or let's meanwhile I'll show you the option here. We'll execute it over there on that machine. Okay, so this is the machine, and you have forgotten the password. Is the machine on? Yes. Do you have the IP address? Yes. Can you go to RDP? Let's quickly check. If I click here, if I go to RDP, okay, yeah, I can go here. It is working, which means the network connectivity is there. Okay, but what is the problem then? The problem is I have forgotten my username or my password. Sorry, I still remember my username also, but I've forgotten my password. So what needs to be done? So you have to come to this machine. Okay, this is ready. Let's go to this machine. We'll do this practical on this machine. Okay, I have the IP address. I have everything ready here. If I go here, if I click on connect, this is a newly created machine. I remember my username, but I forgot the password. I'm not able to log in. What needs to be done? This is what you get. So you have to go to that machine. At the bottom, you will have one section called help. Do you see any in your interview also? This is the way you have to explain it, guys. Okay, how it can be done. So in the help section, can you see an option called reset password?
Yes.
So you click on that.
Yes.
Then what do we have to do? Do you want to reset the configuration only, or you want to reset the password? Not learning configuration, forget it. Reset the password. Okay, what's your username? This is my username. Then you type a new password here. This is not an existing password. You are resetting the password for this machine. Okay, you are resetting the password for this machine. Now you click on update, and that's all you have to do. In some time this will get updated. It is showing updating now. It will be updated, and you will be able to log in with the same username and the new password which you have done here, which you have typed here. It's very simple, hardly 2 or 3 steps, and you should be able to reset your password. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? Yes.
Do we not have an option to generate random passwords like we had at other places? Like if you just say reset password and it generates a password and you just copy it. Is there an option to do that?
No, for operating system, no.
Okay.
Because see, I'll tell you guys something. This is a resource. This is a virtual machine. You're creating it and you're giving it to someone else. This is not Azure's one of the feature. You're not updating anything on Azure portal. This is you're doing on Azure machine, Azure virtual machine. आपने rent पे machine ले ली. Now whatever you want to do it within that machine, it's up to you. Hence Azure is not giving that option. By the way, it has been updated. Now if I go ahead and try to log in, initial password which I had, that was different, and the one which I reset to is different. So I'm gonna copy this. Okay, I'll do this. I'll type the username and I'll use the new password, the one which I typed there. You guys will not be able to see anything of that because you don't know my actual password. You don't know what I typed there. So you guys can learn this only by doing a practical. Just looking at this, you don't even know which password I had first, which password I typed here, whether it is working or not. You won't even realize that. You won't even get that feeling. You won't even get that understanding. The only way to understand this is create your machine, type a password, log into that machine, log off from that machine. Once you're sure, then go ahead there, select reset password, use the same user ID, type in the username, type in the new password, and then try to log into machine with old password. You should not be able to log in, and then try to log in with new password. To follow these steps, and then you will realize that okay, you have reset the password for someone. Is it clear, guys? How to reset the password? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Any doubt, guys? Anyone? Yes, guys, any doubt?
I do have a question, Sohail.
Hmm?
Now, will they continue using the new password that we provided, or do they are they recommended to change it like
It's up to
usually?
OS team. It's up to OS team. You are Azure administrator. You are not system admin. That's up to OS team.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
setting, it's not in Azure. That setting is in OS level. Here I can do the setting that for the first time user should be able to reset the password or not. For the first after the first time login, user should be able to. I mean, user has to reset the password. Most of operating system ki settings hai. You are not worried.
Okay.
Your job is to reset the password, give it to client. If they have it already in their system, कि अब ग्रुप पॉलिसी में ही ऐसा कुछ है कि रीसेट करना ही पड़ता है, it will ask them to reset the password. None of your hectic. Yes, guys. Any other questions?
So this infra team has a access to reset the password.
Your Azure admin will have access to reset the password. As in team, Azure administrator team will have the access to reset the password.
Okay, so what has happened is there is a task.
Sorry, lost your voice. I guess you went on mute.
What has happened is when we have a task where we have to every month reset the password for some servers.
Hmm.
Okay, now that servers comes under putty.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have to make sure that we remember that password. Okay, which has been shared by the team leader or the manager, that this is the password which you have to keep for all the server, and
Hmm.
it is common. Okay, And what has happened that I have forgot the password for some servers. Okay, so I do not have the access to reset the password for that particular server. So what I have did, I have asked some of my team member, not from the same team, from other group. Okay, that is a infra team. So what he did the password reset done for him from his end, and I was able to log in Putty, and I was able to log in with the same password, and I have changed it from mine. So is that the same which has been which is you have said right now?
Yeah, that's the same thing. It could be any reason.
Okay.
Maybe they have forgotten the password. Password is not working, anything. But you can reset the password from here. You give them the password and that's it. That's all you have to do.
So in like if I get some process wherein like some associate is coming and asking for a password reset, then this is what we have to follow, right?
Right. I mean, I'm
Okay,
not
thank
talking
you.
about your project. Okay. I'm not sure how is it, what is the setup, nothing. Guys, all this training and everything, it has nothing to do with any of your projects. Do not apply these methods directly on the project. I'm just giving you an approach. We are going to use this in your interview. This will help you to clear your interview. This will help you to clear your concepts. And once you get aligned to any job, any project, they will have their own process and they will teach it to you. Don't worry. Your concepts should be clear. Technology should be clear. Process, your every project will have their own process. कि अनलॉक करने से पहले क्या चीजें चेक करनी है, ईमेल मैनेजर से आना चाहिए, टीम लीडर से आना चाहिए, या कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता है. Can someone directly call you on your personal phone number and ask you for reset? Is it possible? Is it not possible? Do you require a ticket for that? Do you require an approval for that? Yes, sub, you guys will have to follow whatever is there in your company. That we are not learning here. That you will easily learn in your project. What we are learning, it's the technology and how is it done. Is it clear, guys?
Thank you.
Okay, so this is one thing. Next thing, now very rare, let's say someone comes to you and says, I've forgotten the password. What can you do? Can you guide me the steps? Okay, I'm coming to you guys. This is my machine. I'm unable to log in. I've forgotten my password. Can you guide me the steps, guys, quickly? What we just did.
First, we'll copy IP address and we'll check in RDP if connectivity is there.
Okay, fine. Yeah, connectivity is everything is there. I'm saying I was able to see that page. It's okay. Connectivity is there because my colleague is able to log in with his password, and which means machine is on. Connectivity is there. Got it. A good approach though.
We'll go to help
Then
and then reset password.
okay, what information do you need from me?
The name.
Okay, I've forgotten that also. Now what? Yes, yes. So the second
I
scenario
am
is I've
not sure,
forgotten.
but I am guessing that we can go for reset configuration only.
No. Okay, so that's a complete altogether a different option. So in case where a user has forgotten password, very rare you will see, very rare they ask in interview, but now we are here, it is a part of this one, so I'll teach it to you. Again, it's a very simple though. Like we have for password, similarly we have, and this is not only for user ID, but this is a command prompt for your machine. Okay, this is a command prompt for your machine. You can run any type of command without logging into machine. Now what is a command prompt? To show you that, first let me log into that machine and then I'll explain it, and then you will understand कि हम बाहर से वो क्या कर रहे हैं. Okay, so this is the machine. I am logged into this machine. Now I want to see इस machine पे कितने users हैं, कौन कौन इसको access कर सकता है. So what is the method? I will go here on my computer, or maybe users somewhere I will search. Okay, I'm logged into machine, guys. Okay, and then I'm checking who all are the users here. ये सब मैं एक task करके बता रहा हूँ आपको. So then you will be able to realize that why are we going there and what are we doing from there if user name याद नहीं है then. Okay, what I can do from here, it's I can go here and I can check किसमें कौन कौन से user है. So now I come to know that I have tap out and I have guest user. These are the users I have. What I can do, I can create a new user also. Look at this. You guys were asking कि next time change होना चाहिए नहीं, ये OS level का feature है. You don't have to worry about it. ये सब आपको कुछ करना नहीं है. I'm just showing it to you. What all can I do using my server's GUI, graphical user interface. इसको देख के मैं क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ यहाँ से. What all can I do? Okay, so I can create a user here. यहाँ पर I can check who all are the user. This I can do. Same thing if I want to do using command prompt. Let's say I don't want to click here. I don't want to click here. I don't want to go to computer management, comp management, etc. I simply want to get the same information using command. So this is the command prompt I have, or PowerShell window. I just have to type one command, net use, and it is giving me the same level of information जो मेरे को 4-5 क्लिक के बाद मिला था ना, same I can achieve from with one command. Everything what you guys can do using GUI, it can be achieved using command prompt. Is that clear? Is that statement clear to everyone? Everything what you can do, for example, I go here, I go to comp management, okay, I check this, I come to user. कितने क्लिक्स हो गए? 4-5 क्लिक्स ऑलरेडी हो गए. 6th click user, and I can see कि कौन से users है यहाँ पर. What are the user names in this machine? This I have done using GUI. ये जो मैंने किया इसको बोलते हैं GUI. It's graphical user interface. If you did not get it, GUI. Okay, graphical user interface. Ignore the spelling mistake if there are any. Graphical user interface, which means when you see some graphic, you can click, you can read, and then you can click on next. Like you're here, you can see, okay, users and groups, click on users and you will see how many users are there. Is this task clear till here? What did I do? Aim here was to check how many users are there in this machine. Okay, forget the problem statement. अभी उस पे हम फिर से आते हैं. That I've forgotten my password, we'll come back to that. As of now, just understand this task. I'm logged into machine and I want to check how many users are there on this machine. Are you guys getting it? Any confusion? Not following it? Is guys yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, ये मत पूछो क्या यूजर आईडी भूल गया था यहाँ पर कैसा है. I said leave it that apart. उस पे फिर से आते हैं हम लोग. Before that, I'm showing it to you something. Okay, so I'm logged into this machine. I can make these 5-6 clicks and I can come to know कितने users इसमें है और उनके नाम क्या है. So these are the 3 users. One is disabled, one user is Suhail, which is enabled, one user is tap out. This I was able to achieve with 6 clicks. Same thing if I want to achieve using command. So the simple command is net user. इतने एक कमांड से मुझको सेम इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गई. गेस्ट यूजर है, सुहेल एक यूजर है, टैप आउट एक यूजर है. Is this clear? That's the same thing which I was doing using GUI. I can use the same thing doing CLI, command line interface. That was graphical user interface. This is CLI or command line or command prompt or PowerShell, whatever you want to call it. Is it clear, guys? That same information I can achieve from here.
How to select
Yes.
the PowerShell from portal?
We're coming to that. Good question. We'll come to that. उसी में सारा आंसर आपको मिल जाएगा. बट इज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर टू यू कि जो आप GUI से कर सकते थे वो आप यहाँ से कर रहे हो? Okay, now the question here was that I do not know the username. So how will I log in and log into this PowerShell? मेरे पास तो username ही नहीं है ना. If I had username, why would I call you guys? I do not have the username. So how will I run that command net user which can give me my username? So to answer to that, we have this option here. It is under operations section. It shows run command. If you go to that machine, a user says, I am unable to log in. I have forgotten my user ID and password. He says, fine. Which is your machine? It tells you the machine name. Okay, this is your machine. Fine. This is your machine. You go to that machine. Now there are 2 tasks. One is you have to reset the password for user, but the username doesn't know his username also. So obviously first task is to retrieve his username, get his username, right? Then only you'll be able to reset the password. Without username password reset कर सकते हो क्या? नहीं कर सकते हो. Okay, so first thing, it's get their username. Now you know how to get it using a command. The command is net user. The only thing you need to know is how to run that command without logging into the machine. So the answer is this run command option, which is here under operations. Go to that machine, go to operations and run command. And here run a PowerShell script. Look at this. They have already, and this is just one example of running command, guys. Okay, एक example मैं net user का बता रहा हूँ, but you can run multiple commands without logging into machine. Let's say आपका RDP feature जो है ना machine का वो off है. So will you be able to take RDP to that machine? Operating system
No.
level से RDP feature
No.
बंद है. Okay,
No.
यहाँ से on है. Understand, guys? Understand two things. While creating a new machine, you guys are clicking on RDP. I told you to click on RDP. If you guys remember. Okay, this is Linux machine, so sorry guys. RDP, do you guys click here, right? This is not your machine's option. This is portal. Azure portal से RDP on है, it's fine. और अगर Azure portal से RDP बंद होता तो हम machine की edit setting में जाके कर लेते थे. The question here is the RDP is off from the machine level. So if RDP is off, can you take remote to that machine? कि भाई मैं machine लेके उसको on कर दो. Is it
No.
possible? No.
No.
The question is कि so that can be achieved. Let me show it to you. RDP होता कहाँ से है? Where do we have this PC option in this one? Let me see. I'll again log into that machine. That's a clear picture. Obviously now RDP is on. That is the reason I'm able to log in. Again, I'm trying to show you that RDP can be activated, enabled using GUI, and same thing can be done using run command. Okay. So let's say if I have to enable or disable RDP on this one. So what will I do? Properties. This is the one, guys. Remote setting. And let's say instead of enable, this was don't allow. If this is the option I have, okay, don't allow. ये किसी तरह से किसी गलती से ये हो चुका है. Once you're logged in, maybe आपने don't allow कर दिया. Apply. Okay. Okay. The moment I do okay, और उसके बाद जैसे ही मैं disconnect करूंगा ना, now I will not be able to take RDP to this machine. But now I told you that everything which can be done using GUI, it can be achieved using PowerShell also. Okay, see, RDP disconnected already. Now machine is on, everything is on. Now I have three issues. One is I'm unable to take RDP. I've forgotten my password and I've forgotten my user ID. So then how to achieve it? Two things can be achieved from here, from the run command, and one thing, password reset, can be achieved from here. Password reset, I'm not showing it to you again. We have already done that. Two things can be achieved from here, run command. Okay, so you go to run command, you go to that machine, you go to run command, and for RDP, if you guys see, it has already given you the command. You don't even have to type any command. You just click on this and it will automatically start your RDP service. But as of now, my first priority is to get a user ID. Do you see a pre-filled command for user ID? The command was net user. Do you see that here? Or do you see any description? क्या ये command चला लो, आपका user ID मिल जाएगा? Do you see one here, guys?
No.
No.
Which means you have to do a manual one. You'll have to type. So to do that, you use the first option. If you don't want to use a preset script for anything, you use your own script or your own command, and you can do that by clicking here. It gives you an option to type your command. I am typing net user and I'm gonna run. Though it's not going to work that fast, जितना machine पे directly चलता है ना उतना fast नहीं चलेगा. It takes a lot of time. It will take its own sweet time. थोड़ा time लेगा, 1-2 मिनट, 3 मिनट, 5 मिनट maybe, but it will give you the output here. We'll wait for that. Look at that. And while we are waiting for that, anyone has any question? Are you guys not getting anything? Not following anything? Please feel free to ask. Yes, guys, anyone? Look at this. Do you see the output, guys, now?
Yes.
Then did the
Yeah.
same output which we had in that machine, but now we are getting it from outside the machine. Okay, so this is how you can get the username. Now you will ask the user, okay, we have 3 users, guest user, Suhail and tap out. For which one do you want me to reset the password? Obviously इसके पहले आपका email approval वगैरह बहुत कुछ हो चुका होगा, right? No one can directly come and वो पूछ लेगा, फिर then maybe Uzaif is calling and then he'll say, okay, I am Suhail, reset my password and give me the new password. It's not that plain and simple. Team meeting होता है, identification वगैरह सब कुछ हो जाता है, but that is process. We are not learning that. You will be sure कि आप सही आदमी का ही पासवर्ड रिसेट कर रहे हो, सही को ही पासवर्ड दे रहे हो. You will make sure that that has been done. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि कोई आउटसाइडर आपको कॉल करेगा and he'll tell you कि यार do you have a test VM? हाँ, that is my VM. Go ahead and can you see who all are the users? Okay, right. I am Sohail. Reset my password. Give me the IP address. Reset my password and give me the username also. That is never going to happen. It's an internal thing. You will always have proper email channel links, approvals, etc. Everything, ticket, that how to share password, one time password share karna hai, kaise karna, everything will be there. So don't worry about the process. So now you know the username. Okay, I'm saying yes, I am the tap out user. Can you reset the password? So what will you do now? You will copy the username, and from where will you reset the password, guys?
Reset
Reset
password.
password.
Help.
Reset password.
Reset password.
Okay, now this is done. My user ID has been done. My password is working. Still, the issue was I am unable to take RDP. Then what? Then you will run. Either you can Google a simple command how to enable RDP via command prompt, or I think it's already here. Look at this. I think RDP authentication mode to default set remote desktop port. I don't want to do this, so let's say I'll just simply run this, and this will give me the output. What is the issue? If you want to enable, you want to disable, whatever. But this can be achieved from here. That is the thing which we have to take from this practical. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Any questions? So now interviewer, it's not going to explain you in this detailed manner. Your question will be very simple and to the point. That okay, I am unable to log into my machine. Okay, maybe I've forgotten password, etc. Whatever it is, I'm unable to log into my machine. And I have to run this command on my machine. Can we do it in Azure? So you should be able to say, yes, we do have that option. And you should be able to tell it very clearly. Where is it? It is under operations. You can go and click on run commands and you will be able to run that command. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? So we are covered with password reset. We are covered with user ID forgotten. We are covered with RDP issues. And it can be anything. It can be anything. Just let's say I'm saying, yaar, is machine ka naam kya hai? I can't recall it. It's very, I'm giving you very simple examples, or maybe IP address. If I want IP address of this machine, though you can get it from the portal also, but I want to show it to you from here, that what all can you do it. You simply run it from here and you will get the output. You don't even have to log into virtual machine. If you can log in, it's well and good. You go there and log in. Look at this. You get the complete details of IP address. You say, I want to know the host name. What is the name of my machine at the operating system level? Okay, I'm not talking about this test VM. ये आपका पोर्टल लेवल का नाम है. टेस्ट VM पे क्या है? Okay, दो ये सेम ही होगा, मोस्टली सेम ही होता है, unless you go ahead and change it manually. But still, the point here is you can run any sort of command from here. As far as you know the command, And now the question, $1,000,000 question is, do I need to know the command? No, you don't need to know the command. But if you know the command, it's well and good, nothing like that. You will be outstanding in your team. You will be outstanding in your interview. If you tell them that you know net user command to get users, he'll be happy. You will have, you'll stand aside from other 10 candidates which are there for that one particular position. But if you don't know the command, still fine. You can tell him very clearly, okay, I know how to run it. I know from where I can run it. You will ask this question to the operating system guy, to Windows guy. He will know what are the commands they can use. They will give you the command. He says, I need to know the IP address or host name. He'll give you the command. Your job is just to know how to run it from here. ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपको पता ही नहीं यहाँ पर ऐसा कोई option है. That should not be the case. Okay, look at this. It give me the answer. It gives me the answer. So is that clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Now let's quickly cover this one also. Redeploy and reapply. What is it? This is also troubleshooting. User ID, everything is working fine. सब कुछ सही है, but machine चल ही नहीं रहा है. Or maybe it is lagging. So what you can do, it's, or look at this. It also says the virtual machine, it's in failed state. I hope you know when I say state, you understand what is a state. What is the state of this machine now?
Running
Running.
status.
Running
Running.
status. Yes. An interview question will be very simple and plain. What will you do if my machine is in failed status? I won't be able to show it to you right now. It hardly have 7 minutes. Otherwise, I can fail a machine and I can show it to you. But what will you do? So your simple answer will be, under help, we have redeploy and reapply options. So when do we do reapply and what does it do? So reapply, it try reapplying your virtual machine state. This operation will return the virtual machine provisioning and help you to solve the VM failed state. रीअप्लाई क्या करता है ना, कुछ नहीं, एक हार्ड रीसेट है समझ लो. जैसे आपका पीसी अगर रीसेट स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा है ना, तो प्लग खींच लेते हो ना आप, डायरेक्टली प्लग वगैरह खींचते हो, देन फिर से उसको ऑन करते हो. शटडाउन वगैरह कुछ नहीं चल रहा है, यू डायरेक्टली गो अहेड एंड यू snatch the plug. That is your reapply. Okay. In terms of phone, let's say it's hang, you can't even shut it down. You can look at the screen and you can't do anything. So in earlier days, what we used to do, we used to simply open the backside and remove the battery, put the battery again. That is your reapply. किसी तरह से इसको पूरा restart कर दो on the same thing, same hardware. That is your reapply. Is it clear, guys? What is reapply and when will you do it? When will you do it? That is very simple. When the machine is in failed state, you will reapply it. What will you do when the machine is in failed state? You will reapply. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Then we have another option called redeploy. What does it do? Redeploy will do the same thing, but what will it do? It will change your hardware, the underlying hardware. If you guys remember our first or second lecture, and after that also we discussed the underlying hardware. All these virtual machines, where are those being created, guys? आपने virtual machine बना तो ली, ठीक है. In Azure you typed some parameter, but are they literally in cloud? Are they literally in the cloud, these VMs?
No, they are in
Where are
Data
they?
center.
data center.
Data center. Data center में कहाँ पर है? Go more granular. Data center, what do you mean by data center? Data center में कहाँ पर है?
The
In
racks.
Rack. Go more granular, guys, please. Rack पे कोई मशीन हो सकती है क्या? Rack तो कुछ नहीं होता है, कैबिनेट होता है. What is there in the rack?
Right.
Servers.
OS.
Server.
Server.
ये है आपके hardware servers, right? If you guys remember. So now let's say my machine is hosted here, and for some reason it is not working. So when I do a redeploy, nothing will happen. Just machine will restart और वो यहाँ पर आ जाएगी. बाकी कुछ चेंज नहीं हो रहा आपका. डिस्क कॉन्फ़िगरेशन वगैरह कुछ नहीं, यूजर आईडी कुछ नहीं, यू वोंट इवन कम टू नो. अभी भी आपको पता चलता है कि ये कौन से होस्ट पे है. कैन यू सी कि Azure के कौन से होस्ट पे है? डू यू हैव एनी ऑप्शन टू सी दैट?
No.
No.
नहीं है ऑप्शन, बिल्कुल भी कोई ऑप्शन नहीं. यू डोंट इवन नो कि ये अंडरलाइन में आपका डेल का चल रहा है, एचपी चल रहा है, कौन सा है. यू डोंट इवन नो दैट. एंड दैट टाइम आल्सो यू विल नॉट हैव एनी ऑप्शन टू चेक और टू नो कि किस पे जाना चाहिए, कहां पर. बट यू हैव दैट अश्योरिटी कि द मोमेंट यू क्लिक ऑन रिप्लॉय, वो यहां से उठ के यहां पर आ जाएगा. और मे बी सम किसी और रैक में भी चला जाएगा, बट इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू लीव योर रीजन। जो रीजन वगैरह आपने सिलेक्ट कर रखा वो सब कुछ नहीं चेंज होगा, उसी में आसपास के रैक में एक आधा सर्वर चेंज हो जाएगा या रैक चेंज हो जाएगा, दैट्स इट। और अगर अवेलेबिलिटी सेट होगा तो वो सेट भी चेंज नहीं होने वाला, उसी रैक में कहीं पर चेंज होगा। सिंपली दिस मशीन विल बी picked from here and it will be deployed here, that's all. You don't even come to know, for you it is as good as a restart, उतना ही होगा। एंड रीअप्लाई वाले में क्या होगा, बस मशीन इसी पे से रीस्टार्ट होके यहीं पर फिर से बनेगी। सो दैट इज योर रीअप्लाई एंड रीडिप्लॉय। मोस्ट फ्रिक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन है इंटरव्यू में, इसको बिल्कुल भी ये मत करना, स्किप मत करना, ठीक है? अच्छे से याद कर लेना, इसको अच्छे से एक बार पढ़ लेना। इज इट क्लियर गाइस? नाउ run command option, reset one, redeploy and reapply. These are the things which we have covered. boot diagnose में आपको यहाँ पर दिख जाता है मशीन का लास्ट स्टेट क्या था, if it is not turning on वगैरह कहीं पर कुछ फंसा है, look at this. In this case इसका मतलब है कि मेरी मशीन ऑन है एंड कंट्रोल ऑल्ट डिलीट की इस पे है तो इट इज ऑन। किसी ब्लू स्क्रीन वगैरह एरर पे फंसा होगा तो वो दिखेगा यहाँ पर। यू कांट डू एनीथिंग, यू जस्ट चेक दिस। यहाँ पर बस आके दिखता है कि लास्ट टाइम जो मशीन का क्या स्टेटस था। तो अगर वो बूट हो ही नहीं रही तो यहाँ पर कुछ ना कुछ एरर वगैरह आपको दिख जाएगा। ओके, सो व्हाट वी लर्न टुडे, बूट डायग्नोस, reset password, redeploy and reapply, and the run command. Is it clear to everyone? We have 2 minutes left. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.
So I have a question actually here.
Yes.
Sometimes what happen in my company, when we try to connect to any RDC, okay, any RDP, that RDP it gives a blank screen and keep blinking. So I don't understand why it is happening.
Are they hosted
So
on Azure?
Azure, yes, sir.
Okay. So see, it's hardly 1 minute left. We'll not be able to address that question. And also,
Sure.
that's OS level again. If it is working, till the RDP portal is working, your job is done. You don't have to worry about it. Let OS team handle that. Yes, guys. Any other questions anyone has? We have a minute left. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, we are good to close the session. About the recording, I have already informed you. Follow that. I'll share the questions today. I'll upload the daily quiz also on my YouTube channel, and I'll give the homework also. Make sure you complete it before next session. See you guys next weekend.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.